So my school taught me to measure triangles, speed, and force, but not heartbreak, loneliness, or pressure. We can easily balance equations, but not always our emotions. We know Newton's laws, yet not our own limits. So maybe education's greatest formula isn't E equals MC squared. Instead, it's empathy, mindfulness, and connection. Hello, everyone. I'm Ahmed Ayaan Haseen, a 13-year-old who loves learning. And today, we're diving into the hidden curriculum, the skills that school doesn't always teach us, but life definitely will. To start off, let's do a quick experiment. I want everyone here to raise your hands if you've ever been taught how to deal with a mental breakdown, negotiate a disagreement peacefully, and budget your monthly expenses or file your taxes. Okay, not many hands up. That's exactly the problem. You see, according to the World Economic Forum, 44% of workers' core skills will change by 2027, yet less than 30% of schools globally teach emotional intelligence, financial literacy, or creative problem solving. So we're being trained for the past, not prepared for the future. The problem is that we're memorizing, not mastering life. Schools give us amazing knowledge, not always wisdom. They teach us what to think, not always how to think. A 2021 WHO study found that 1 in 7 adolescents struggles with a mental health disorder, often linked to poor emotional coping skills. Furthermore, Harvard reported that 70% of young people feel unprepared for real-world problem solving or managing finances after graduation. We're constantly being told to study hard, but nobody teaches us how to handle hard things. My real teachers weren't just at school, they were at home. My parents taught me to handle my emotions, communicate well, and manage my time and money. No boring lectures required. And today, I'm sharing 3 lessons they taught me that I couldn't have mastered at school. Lesson 1, mastering my emotions early. When I was born, I had a kidney removed, which meant I couldn't play contact sports like most boys. While my friends were sprinting and tackling and dribbling, I pursued professional badminton and took swim lessons. Eventually, I even did a 200-meter open sea swim. At first, I hated feeling different, but my parents, they didn't see that as a limitation. They encouraged me to get into public speaking and debate, not just for fun, but to deal with any negative comments about my sports situation. And over time, I've realized that my challenge was actually shaping my resilience, learning to understand, manage, and bounce back. Now, the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence found that students who receive social emotional learning show 11% higher academic performance and 30% less behavioral issues than most students. Too often we treat emotions as distractions, but in reality, they're the foundation of learning. So, let's do a quick activity. Without talking, I want all of you to give me a gesture, an action to show how you felt when you woke up this morning. It could be thumbs up, arms crossed, anything. Just an action. All right. You see how powerful it is just to recognize how you feel? That right there was emotional intelligence in action. So what if every school day started with just 60 seconds to check in with our emotions? When we understand what's going on inside, we truly take back control. It's not about being soft, it's about being self-aware. Recognizing our emotions isn't weakness, it's wisdom. And mastering them, that's how we truly master life. So that brings us to lesson 2. Communication and critical thinking matter more than grades. When my mother first encouraged me to get into public speaking, elocution, and drama, I thought she just wanted me to be loud. Turns out, she wanted me to be heard. And over time, I've participated in and won awards at speech competitions, MUN forums, and debates. And one lesson I've learned is that communication isn't just talking, it's connecting. Now, in schools, and I'm sure most of you must relate, we're often graded for the right answer. But in real life, there's rarely just one. Globally, studies show that employers value, once again, communication and problem-solving skills more than technical knowledge. Yet, most students don't feel prepared in these areas. So the question arises, why aren't diplomacy, negotiation, or empathy taught as seriously as algebra? You see, communication and critical thinking skills don't just help us pass exams. They help us lead change. All right, let's see how quick we really are at thinking on our feet. I'm going to give all of you 3 questions, and I want you to shout the answers out loud. Are we ready? All right, question 1. What's more important, grades or personal growth? All right, what's scarier, failure or not trying? And if you could add one real-life subject to school, what would it be? That is what real learning feels like. It's fast, it's messy, it's creative, and full of courage. Imagine if every classroom looked like this. And finally, let's talk about some real-life lessons. Money, time, and creativity. So a 2022 UK report found that 60% of young people leave school with poor financial literacy, and 40% fall into debt within 5 years. Now, I've been really lucky when it comes to my money lessons, because my parents talk about finances all the time. They explain how they budget, where they shop, and what they buy almost every single day. One big rule in our house: no fancy brands. My closet fits just 2 shelves, enough to cover what I need, not for waste or extravagance. My mother has helped me plan my day since I was very little and always encouraged me to try a bit of everything. And that is how I learned time management, by juggling homework, hobbies, and downtime to stay calm, focused, and balanced. Now, creativity is another area many schools forget. As an Asian boy who loves art, I've often felt like an exception. But my parents always encouraged me to dream and design, even when society said, that's not what boys do. Creativity isn't just a hobby, it's humanity's superpower. In a world where AI is likely to take away jobs in so many fields, our ability to think, imagine, and create is what truly sets us apart. Let's be real. The world's moving faster than any textbook can keep up. We don't just need knowledge, we need life literacy. So here's my final challenge to all of you. Let's redefine education and fill in that gap, not as a race for grades, but as a journey to grow emotionally, mentally, and socially. Because someday, no one's gonna ask you what grade you got in math, but they will notice how you handle failure, lead a team, manage your time, and care for the people around you. And that's life's real exam. So, what doesn't school teach us? Scratch that. Maybe the better question is, what can we teach ourselves? Thank you very much.